Podcasting from Gowanus, Brooklyn, New York. This is the Brooklyn Baritone Podcast. Good morning, everyone. It's usually good morning when I'm filming all of this stuff. Thank you for checking me out and listening and subscribing on my YouTube channel and all your support. I very much appreciate that. I want to talk about music today. What kind of music you listen to? How does music move you? How does music impact you? I remember reading about Chinese Emperor Han Wudi. And he would actually utilize music to determine the status of the culture and military movements and the mindsets of people with music. That's how powerful it was recognized that music actually impacts everyone and everything around us today, because it's really no small feat to make music that's going to impact people. I believe that we kind of take music for granted. Music is right now part of $1 billion industry into entertainment. It's just one leg of the entertainment thing. And music generates money all the time. People used to buy records, tapes, CD players, people stream music, people pirate music, people are bumping music everywhere you go, which means that people are attracted to music. Has anyone ever thought about why are we attracted to music? Why is it that we like music, certain types of music? Why is it that music is everywhere? You go into an elevator, some elevators has music. You put on hold when you're trying to call your favorite service provider, they put music on to help you pass the time. There's music everywhere, in cars bumping, in their trunks, everywhere you go. You get it what I'm saying. Music is everywhere. But we, I think, have gotten so oversaturated with music over the centuries, even the last few decades, we've been oversaturated with all types of music to garner our attention. We've gotten numb to how exactly it plays a part in our life. We've gotten numb to how it actually affects us mentally, spiritually, and even physically. I'm gonna go forward with how things affect us in a certain manner, which we have no idea. There's a lot of things that we don't know about this living world around us, which is why I come out here and talk to you guys. So hopefully share some things that I've learned myself and continue to learn. Now, there was a Japanese businessman who died back in 2014. His name was Masaru Emoto. People call him a pseudo-scientist, but they don't really regard him as a scientist, but he is one of the more renowned people who has actually put a good microscope to how water is affected to frequencies and energies around it and directed at it. He showed many different tests that water is actually affected by its actual molecular structure with peaceful vibes, nice calm vibes with good resonating music, usually classical music. And then he also showed the effects when he put it, like harsh attitudes or even something like heavy metal music as well. I'm pretty sure many levels of rap music to other types of music would disturb it. But anyways, with the harmonious music, the classical music, the molecular structure of the water was very much in order, like kind of how you used to know how a snowflake will look under a microscope. Beautiful, pristine looking, beautiful order to it. And then now when you put on the more negative and disruptive frequencies, heavy metal, the water molecules was just unstable and all over the place. Now, I'm not too sure if this is just water in general or if it's just a certain type of water, because I know many different things have different states. But overall, he opened up a lot of eyes to these experiments that he's done. And one thing that I find often funny is that many people said, no, he wasn't a scientist and he was a pseudo-scientist. Well, I have to put it out there that people have used science, quote unquote science, to fuel agendas, and they continue to fuel agendas through science. You have to remember that science was used to prove that people of color were of a subordinate, or I should say, a lesser species than Caucasian people. All right. That's what science was used to do. We have to remember that science is always used for an agenda in one way, shape, or form. I could go on and on about that, but I'm not talking about that. That's a whole nother show. That's just one example. I could go on for more. But we have to take in consideration and stock of the frequencies around us and how it affects us. We have to understand, as I'm always saying, the energy you put out is greatly impacting not just you, but everything and everyone around us. This is how this world was made. There's a lot of people who do get it, and it's all about good vibes, but it's also not just good vibes, but you have to have a certain type of order to it too. I'm speaking about this on the coattails of this song with these two sisters, Cardi B and Meg Stallion, with that song WAP. I'm not going to say the lyrics, so I'm not even going to say the title about it. But of course, it drummed up a lot of, stir controversy. There's no such thing as bad publicity. But this is not the first song to strike a chord in a negative manner, or at least, raise eyebrows. It's definitely not the first, and probably will not be the last in this current culture of the world that we're in right now. But we have to take stock into how that impacts us, because most of us have no idea how it guides us, how it moves us, how it impacts us. The way how I just talked about how frequencies, even music, and even how people's attitudes can affect the very essence of water, which we're like 60-70% water anyways. So we don't understand how these things move us in a certain way. This is why some people have to listen to certain kind of music to get pumped up in the gym. This is why some people use certain musics to play in the background while they're studying. We recognize it, but we have no clue how to understand it. There's another documentary called Hidden Colors. I forgot which part it was, where it showed certain peoples that's from Africa. They had a way better understanding of the world. Many people often mistakenly say that primitive man or ancient man was way dumber than us because we have our cell phones, we have a flat screen TVs, we have YouTube, we have Google. That doesn't mean a blasted thing. These people in the past, they knew the world around them. You ask a common person around the street right now, which way is north? Most people, I say 9 times out of 10, would be lost just to say which way is north, because most people don't even know where they are in life. Nonetheless, anything else in the physical world and even metaphysical world. But going forward, in the Hidden Colors documentary, people use like a stringed instrument to heal people. Okay, there's a knowledge around us that's being shrouded by all this crap that's around us. Okay, politics, divisive classism, which is also, known as racism too, is included in that mix. We have all this entertainment. We have all this stuff that's just in the way of us connecting with the world that our creator Elohim made for us. There's so much stuff getting in the way between our relationship with us and our creator. We were created because we can't look at a building. We can't look at a car. We can't look at even this phone that I'm recording on right now. We can't look at these things and say it just by happenstance and chance pulled itself together and consistently reproduced itself. We know that people thought about it, had a design, had a function for it, and created it. We and this world was made with a purpose, but it has order to that purpose as well. Some of that order is resonating positive energy to construct positive things. Now, if you introduce negative things, it'll what? Destroy. It'll be a destructive force. We have to take into stock what we listen to. We have to take into stock how we react to things. We have to take into stock how these things make us react. We have a responsibility to be constructive all the time, be a positive force. And one of those things that we take for granted is the music we play, not just the lyrics, because lyrics is the word that we make, that I always make the comparison to is, well, not the comparison to, I make the identification that words either destroy or construct. Okay, now you couple those words with the music that's on it now, the music that has frequencies that affects us, our very molecules now. What would you get? Are you going to get something that's going to build you up and build the world around you? Or are you going to get something that's going to make you dive down deep into the depths of existence and pull everything and everyone around you? Now, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to wake you guys up, and I wanted to give you something to talk about. Anyways, you can check out the rest of my content on www.brooklynbaritone.com. You can also check me out and subscribe on my YouTube channel, Brooklyn Baritone. You could also catch me on LinkedIn under Corey Ashley. I am on Instagram and I am on Facebook. You can also catch me on the Google Play Store and the Apple iTunes Play Store. Thank you for listening. I very much appreciate you guys joining me today. You will hear from me next week. I want you guys to stay blessed, walk good, and think, man. Think about your impact to society. I want you guys to be of good stuff, be of good stock, and I want you to put that goodness out there. Don't keep it to yourself. Do like what I'm doing. I'm trying to share everything with you. Anyways, that's enough rambling. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of the day.